I fought for years in this war. I know what it's like.
I put in a request for a transfer to Ebonhawk, where divinities reach.
You'd rather live among humans? Why?
Extracting gold from humans is child's play. I could charge per satchel without complaint.
Greetings and salutations.
What do you mean by that? What's your angle?
At ease. Her name is on the list. One second, please.
Security breach detected.
Gollum, what are you doing?
Responding with full force.
No! This is not happening! Stop! Rise! Halt! Cease! Desist!
Unidentified intruder has not fulfilled height requirements. Prepare for termination.
I'm trying! Gollum, I am your master! Oh dear. Do as I say! Stop! Don't dent it!
Timey, sorry about that.
Don't worry about it. All this crunchy old tech's been overstimulated by the influx of magic. Glad you're here.
Yeah, I got your letter.
Funny, I also sent one to this guy, but he barely made it.
Your note failed to mention how to navigate this Asuran playground.
He got lost trying to find the lab. I had to follow the non-stop stream of char expletives to track him down.
City of the future, my tail.
It's good to see you. I was so happy when I saw your mission was a success. But then I heard about Marshal Traherne.
He saved us all. His sacrifice won't soon be forgotten.
But there's good news, too. Ritlock says we're starting a new guild. So exciting!
Glad you're on board.
Of course you are! Someone has to be the brains. Haha, kidding. In all seriousness, though, I suspect some of the things I'm working on in this place will come in very handy.
How have you been doing here?
Great! It's fantastic. Well, it was before every Asura and their grand mentor showed up.
At least you have a lot of hands to pitch in at the Dragon Lab.
What do you mean, Commander? I've never heard of this room you describe. Keep it down about the Dragon Lab. I don't want anyone finding out about it. Especially...
Hello, progeny.
Counselor Flunt, how lovely to see you. I'm so pleased you didn't end up on a Chalk's breakfast menu this morning.
You can stow the dim insults. They'll never be clever enough to wound me. Now, have there been any new developments today?
Why, none that I can think of.
Allow me to warn you about keeping secrets from me, progeny. My wrath is as fierce as my intellect.
Oh, that sounds terrifying. I wouldn't dream of hiding something from you, Counselor. I'm totally hiding something from him. Let's head there now, but not the way you know. We're going through the gate. I've configured it to appear as if we're going to the command center, but we're really going to you-know-where. Except there's a catch. You have to outsmart the security measures.
You're joking, right?
Not this time. Give it a shot and I'll observe. See if you can crack the code. I'll give you a hint. Do exactly as you're told.
Unidentified user. Security measures activated. Enter passcode. Interact with the console only if you are an approved user.
Oh, must be love.
More like marriage. Ow!
System reset. Enter passcode. Phase 1 of 5 complete. Phase 2 commencing now. Enter passcode. Phase 2 complete. Enter passcode. Phase 3 complete. Enter passcode. Incorrect.
Yikes! What's causing that?
This place is an accident waiting to happen.
System reset. Enter passcode. Phase 1 of 5 complete. Phase 2 commencing now. Enter passcode. Phase 2 complete. Enter passcode. Phase 3 complete. Enter passcode. Phase 4 complete. Enter passcode. Incorrect.
Somebody crackle the buckmo, please.
Sweetie, nobody knows what a buckmo is.
System reset. 1 of 5 complete. Phase 2 commencing now. Enter passcode. Phase 2 complete. Enter passcode. Phase 3 complete. Enter passcode. Phase 4 complete. Enter passcode. Final phase complete. Passcode accepted. Gate relay 04687 activated.
That's our cue. You cracked the code. Let's go. Sorry to put you through that. I need to keep people who may or may not be named Flunt out of here.
Now that the subterfuge is out of the way, can we get to what you called us here for?
Yes, this is a replica of the leyline energy map we found outside of Tarir. I've been tracking the movement of magic since Mordremoth's death. It's been in total chaotic flux. Here, there, everywhere. See, that dot is the egg chamber. It lit up like a Lunar New Year firework after the dragon went bye-bye. But as you can see here, the egg's doing great.
What are we looking at? A feed of the egg chamber.
Yeah, the Exalted and the Rada Novans shared a ton of information. They must have helped them design their security system.
And then you broke into it.
No, I utilized it to check on the egg.
So you broke into it?
Hey, we're all friends, right? I don't think they'd mind. Maybe just don't mention it around any floaty gold people.
Do you have access to surveillance all over Tarir?
Back to the leyline map. So this other point is... that's new. The northern bloodstone dot is flaring up. I'll have to keep an eye on that.
The spot where Mordremoth died looks like it's cooling down a little.
Yeah, a lot of that energy's been put back into the system. I'm trying to model its patterns, but this map isn't built for detailed readings. Yet. In the meantime, look at this.
What is it?
Not to toot my own warbler or anything, but I killed a chalk or two in my time alone here. Since the others don't know about this place, I couldn't ask to have defenses installed. So they pop up every once in a while when the lab's drawing a lot of power.
Like those?
Exactly! Get him!
That sound makes my teeth ache. Timmy, you gotta stop eating cookies in your lab.
I think they smell the organ I harvested. Maybe one of their kin.
Time to do some real damage.
We're incoming. It ain't nap time yet.
Where you exterminate? Don't worry about their goo. I'll clean that up later. Anyway, this thing is some sort of organ I found in one of the larger ones. It's part of their digestive system, and as you know, they feed on ley energy, so it got me curious.
Any valuable findings yet?
None I can explain right now. I ran some ley energy through it and it came out different on the other side.
Different?
I'm not really sure how just yet. It was barely measurable with the equipment I have. I need to develop some other device to actually observe the phenomenon.
What's that sludge you're keeping it in?
Lighting pod fluid. Remember that stuff? It has wonderful preservative and even restorative properties.
Fluid. From the blighting pods. The things that made horrible Mordrum abominations out of corpses.
So you do remember it?
Timey, do you think maybe that might be a bad idea?
You worry too much. In research, there's no reward without risk. And if I'm gonna stay one step ahead of everyone outside this lab, I have to take a lot of risks. But one thing I can't risk is staying away from the main lab too long. It arouses suspicion. Let's go.
I got your back. You first.
Don't worry about Timey leading us to it. Flunch assures me he has her under his thumb. From what I heard, Timey has an advantage. I'd excel if I had Zoja the Necro crew.
Did you see where Timey and that odd crew of hers went?
The humans are all abuzz about some group called the White Mantle. They're so short-sighted.
I didn't capture it all, but I got some of the data in their crew notes. There's another chart here. That's multiple in one day. Oh. I'm going to sneak a look at Timey's equipment. Watch my back. Poor Claire. Stuck out here without her golem? I don't know how she does it.
Timey? Yeah, cute as a bug. If my son were here, I'd introduce them. Imagine the progeny.
The leader of the Vigil? Oh my, she's quite impressive.
Don't tell him, but I secretly call him Blunt, because he is. Timey got a raw deal on that waypoint device.
I heard Zosha scrambled, drooling. Explains why Timey's out here on her own.
worry about Tiny beating us to it. Blunt assures me he has her under his thumb.
Stand down. It's just Tiny's friends again.
I was told I'd find the Pact commander here. Anyone? I was told I'd find the Pact commander here. Anyone? Were they wrong?
I could outrun a centaur. General Soulkeeper, this is quite a surprise. What brings you to Rodonovus?
You do, Commander. I've come here to offer you a new position within the Pact. The Marshal rank is, vacant. And we want you to fill it.
This is an honor.
I'm glad you view it in that light. The Pact is hanging on by a thread.
I see.
I can tell you're having your doubts, so let me just be upfront about the role. Certain Pact elements feel like Marshal Traherne's mistake was going out into the field and getting himself killed. The new Marshal would be planted safely in an office in Lion's Arch, still leading the troops, but out of harm's way.
As flattered as I am by your offer, I'm going to have to respectfully decline, General. After the Mordremoth battle, I believe I, Ritlock, and the others would be more effective operating as our own guild.
I understand the decision on your early retirement, although I'm disappointed. I still believe in the Pact's goal.
I do too, and I'll always be ready to lend a hand. It'll just be outside the system.
Out from under a mountain of paperwork, you mean?
Laugh it up, No Eyes. I have something for you, too. A letter from the Black Citadel. You must have really brushed some higher-ups the wrong way.
Are you sure you want to just crumple that up and throw it away?
Why not? It's what I did with the last two.
What did I hear? You're not in the Pact anymore? Wait, what do I call you? Poobah?
No. How about we just stick with Commander for now?
Technically, it's a title for life, so you're welcome to it.
What was that?
That didn't sound good.
Quick, let's go see what's happening.
Protect the counselors! Run! It's a crazy Silvari!
Get the dragon man away from me!
Is that another one of your friends?
What happened?
I came in through the caves because I couldn't find the gate. I wasn't expecting such an enthusiastic welcome.
Did you see that? Blunt was so mad, even his fleas jumped ship. Canuck, you're my hero.
Why the surprise visit?
I'm here answering the call.
But Mordremoth's dead. We killed—
Oh, it's not the Drungle Dragon's call. This time it's Anise's.
Still holds your billet, huh?
She does. But certain messy events have transpired, and I'm assured that if I clean them up, my billet will be released, and I'll once again be free from any yoke.
How can I help?
Minister Caudicus recently left the Queen's protective custody. Anise sent me and a squad of Shining Blade to help the good minister find his way back to Divinity's Reach.
Any idea on his whereabouts?
There's been a flare-up of White Mantle activity in northern Maguma, and intel points to him possibly heading there.
That's the crazy magical hotspot we saw up by the Bloodstone.
I thought the Minister claimed to not be in bed with those Mersat lovers.
Didn't we all?
Ritlock, get word to the others. Marjorie might be getting a little restless in Divinity's Reach and want in on the action.
Commander, if you like, you can hitch a ride on my airship. It's on our way. We can drop you off.
Now that's an offer I can't turn down, General.
Perfect. I'll grab my Shining Blade detachment and meet you there.
Ever since that surge of magic, this place has been going funky.
It's an anomaly. Novus seems to have grown more alert. Very recently.
Our ambient magic readings are high. It must be related.
You think it could be related to the death of the Elder Dragon?
Assistant, where are you? I got it! Move the device to Quadrant 3.
We know little about the Novans, but we're extracting more and more each day. Follow me, please. Did I remember to turn off the... Oh, fizzle!
Keep up or go home.
Coming through. These idiots are all trampling evidence. On it, boss.
Deciphering.
Come on, come on.
You're annoying me. Go measure something. When our ancestors were leaving the caverns, a revolutionary crew decided instead to build an underground fortress.
No, that's not right. Start again.
This way, if you please. The Novus crew dedicated much of their research to finding defenses against the Elder Dragons, Primordus especially. Considering it was Primordus and its destroyers that were driving our ancestors out of their homes, it's logical. Sadly, the story doesn't end well for the Novans. They were massacred by Chalk. We believe they never saw it coming. a monumental find. Look around as you wish, counselors. I'll wait here for you. We'll return to Rata soon when you're ready.
Let's get underway.
Commander's destination ahead. Looks like we're in for quite a ride.
We're not flying into that scramble, are we?
My gods, grow a backbone. Scared of a little weather? On your feet. We survived. Somehow.
Commander! Commander, can you read me?
Timey? How are you? Where are you?
I'm in your bag. I put a two-way communicator in there when you were in Rada Novus.
I don't really have time for this.
The map just went crazy, and it's where you were going. Are you there?
Yeah, I don't...
Okay, magic levels that high could be super hazardous, like X's for eyes hazardous. But I may have a solution. Based on some of Zin's old Rada Novan research, I've devised a way for you to counter certain types of magical threats. Might take a second to get used to, so train.
Thanks, Timey. We'll talk about this thing you bugged me with later.
Oops, lab fire, gotta go!
Our forward propulsion shorted out. What was that?
I think... It's hard for me to actually say, but I think a bloodstone just exploded.
A bloodstone? Then how are we still alive?
Good question, but others might not have been so lucky. I'm going down to scout for survivors, see if I can piece together what happened and why the blast reversed itself.
Watch your back and let me know what you find out. We'll try to get this bird running again.
Canuck was supposed to meet me here. Hope he and his troops were out of range.
terrified to close my eyes out here.
A new place to explore. Can't wait. Sweet, sweet loot. A large chunk of the bloodstone still intact. And these foul things. This bloodstone must have been larger than anyone imagined. What could have caused it to explode?
Fairly deadly blast.
Just one more confirmation of how great I am. this. Just one more confirmation of how great I am. Time to do some more damage.
I can rest.
The blast must have released the spirits of the victims sacrificed on the Bloodstone. Years of imprisonment twisted their minds. They don't know friend from foe. The White Mantle will pay for this.
terrified to close my eyes out here.
I've got a feeling the damage is far-flung. We should probably call for backup.
I don't know if there's backup available. We're probably on our own.
Bennett will figure something out. We just need to follow his lead.
I fully expect us to expire here.
Always a pleasure.
You think Marksman Moraka will be okay?
I hope so, but it doesn't look good. Her condition is worsening.
It's like that magic fried her inside, or confused her circuits. She's in so much pain.
Come on, talking about it isn't gonna make it better. Do something productive.
Such as?
Thinking about it with your mouth closed would be a step in the right direction.
Is it luck or skill keeping you alive?
I'm fine. Please believe me.
How is she? Any improvements?
She's stable. Well, physically stable at least.
And mentally?
This magic is unlike anything I've seen. It's deliberately tuned to cause as much suffering as possible.
Let's hunt down these stone men and show them how the Pact deals with its enemies.
I fear, until we have a better idea of what we're up against, we'd suffer the same fate she did.
Soon as we know what we're up against, I'm gonna find out if stone bleeds.
I can guess. It seems like an overload of magic, like getting electrocuted, but not. It's affected her mind and her body, both.
Hang in there, soldier. Medic, keep up the good work. We can't lose her. She's too valuable.
Understood.
Is it luck or skill keeping you alive?
Okay, I'm panicking. I admit it. This is a disaster.
Keep it together, soldier. This is no worse than what we've seen before.
You're kidding, right? Look at what the Jade Men did to her. And all this magic. There's too much. What are we going to do?
Let's take it one step at a time. Right now, you need to breathe.
Tell me what happened to your squad.
Our platoon was on recon. We found something at the north edge of Verdant Brink, so we pitched camp. The plan was to scout the area at dawn, so we turned in for the night. Then everything went to torment in a town cart. There was an explosion, then screams. I grabbed my gear and ran out of the tent. Saw one of my men lit up like a winter's day bonfire. Sabbatha and her lackeys torched everything, laughing as they went. And then, blackness. I woke up with a splitting headache, caged like a dog. Kept my mouth shut and just watched them. After a few days, I told them I was ready to talk. Said I'd cooperate in exchange for the safety of my troops. Told them they could use me for hard labor or experimentation, didn't matter. I'd made my peace with Grenth. I was taken deeper inside, thrown in a pen with some others. They deprived us of food and water. Let their dogs snarl at our cages. At night, we heard the other prisoners begging for their lives before being cut open. The sky would light up and I would hear chanting. Over. Over.
Let's hunt down the strangers.
Sorry, Commander.
Show them how the Pact deals with its
stuck with me.
I fear, until we have a better idea of what we're up against, we'd suffer the same fate she did.
Soon as we know what we're up against, I'm gonna find out if stone bleeds.
I can guess. It seems like an overload of magic, like getting electrocuted, but not. It's affected her mind and her body, both.
Hang in there, soldier. Medic, keep up the good work. We can't lose her. She's too valuable.
Understood.
What are you doing here?
After I was rescued, I notified the Queen about Salvation Pass. Then I regrouped with my squad and chased some White Mantle here.
So you were here for the blast?
Craziest thing. It exploded, then imploded. Like when you're a kid and you dangle spit from your mouth, then suck it back in.
I never did that.
Sure, me neither, but you know what I mean. When the explosion reversed, it was like it pulled at my soul.
Any improvements?
She's stable. Well, physically stable, at least.
And mentally?
This magic is unlike anything I've seen. It's deliberately tuned to cause as much suffering as possible.
Let's hunt down these stone men, and show them how the Pact deals with its enemies.
I fear, until we have a better idea of what we're up against, we'd suffer the same fate she did.
Soon as we know what we're up against, I'm gonna find out if stone bleeds.
I can guess. It seems like an overload of magic, like getting electrocuted, but not. It's affected her mind and her body, both.
Hang in there, soldier. Medic, keep up the good work. We can't lose her. She's too valuable.
Understood.
How have you been since Salvation Pass?
I've been thanking Duena that the rescue team found me in time. If not for them, I'd be rotting in a ditch. I close my eyes at night. I can still hear the screams. Men, women, they spared no one. I lost count. Anyway, I made my way back to Falgear's camp and rejoined the squad. Saw the field medic and got checked out. Then we sent word to Queen Jenna about everything. Gave her and the Shining Blade as much information as we could. The Pact offered to put me on leave, but I turned it down. No way I'm giving these murderers a break. So we pursued a lead on White Mantle movement and tracked the pigs up here. Look what they've done to the place. It's shameful.
Okay, I'm panicking. I admit it. This is a disaster.
Keep it.
The Mersat preyed upon the weak and impressionable, who in turn worshipped them as gods. Calling themselves the White Mantle, these converts sacrificed innocents and toppled the Crichton monarchy. The chaos they inflicted on Tyrion was short-lived. They were eventually crushed, and their scattered remnants went into hiding. But pockets of their fanatical followers have been operating in the shadows ever since.
I could outrun a centaur.